despair. Come, whoever you are, come, whoever you are, come, whoever you are, come, whoever you are, come, even if you have broken your vow 1,000 times. Come, even if you've been waiting for a miracle to come. Just come, whoever you are. Come, whoever you are. Come, just come, whoever you are. Come, whoever you are.
Shuva, 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 yet again come. Shuva, 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 yet again come. Oh, shuva, 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 yet again come. Oh, shuva, shuva, yet again
Whoever you are, whoever you are. Come, whoever you are, come, whoever you are, come, whoever you are, come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshipper, lover of leaving, it doesn't matter. Ours is not a caravan of despair. Come, whoever you are, come, whoever you are, come, whoever you are, come, whoever you are, come, even if you have broken your vow 1,000 times. Come,
Shuva, yet again come. Shuva, 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 yet again come. Oh, Shuva, 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 yet again come. Oh, Shuva, 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 yet again
Whoever you are, whoever you are. Come, come, whoever you are, come, 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 wanderer, worshipper, lover of leaving, it doesn't matter. Ours is not a caravan of despair. Come, come, whoever you are, come, 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 even if you have broken your vow 1,000 times. Come, even if you've been waiting for a miracle to come. Just come, come, whoever you are. Come, 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 whoever you are. Come, just come, come, whoever you are. Come, 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 whoever you are. Come, come.
Shuva, 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 yet again come. Shuva, 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 yet again come. Oh, Shuva, 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 yet again come. Oh, Shuva, Shuva, Shuva.
whoever you are. Whoever you are, come, 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 whoever you are, come, 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 whoever you are, come, 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 whoever you are, come, come, wanderer, worshipper, ours is not a caravan of despair. Come, come, whoever you are, come, 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 whoever you are, come, 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 whoever you are, come, come. Whoever you are, come, 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 even if you have broken your vow 1,000 times. Come, even if you've been waiting for a miracle to come. Just come. Whoever you are, come, 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 whoever you are, come, just come, come, whoever you are, come, 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 whoever you are, come, come. Shuva, shuva, shuva. Shuva, yet again come. Shuva, 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 yet again come. Oh, Shuva, 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 yet again come. Oh, Shuva, 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 yet again come. Whoever you are, whoever you are. Whoever you are, come, 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 whoever you are, come, 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 whoever you are, come, 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 whoever you are, come, come, wanderer, worshipper, ours is not a caravan of despair. Come, come, whoever you are, come, come, whoever you are, come, whoever you are, come, whoever you are, come, even if you have broken your vow 1,000 times. Come, even if you've been waiting for a miracle to come. Just come, whoever you are. Come, whoever you are. Come, just come, whoever you are. Come.
Shabbat Shalom, Moadim L'Simcha. Our theme tonight is joy, and but the two things that I want to do in homage. The first is in homage to Rabbi Gustav Buchdal, who was the Rabbi Emeritus at Temple Emmanuel in Baltimore, and on every Sukkot he would sing a very important song that we're going to sing together. And that is, and you can join right in, you don't even need the screen for it. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Dear Jews. Happy birthday to you.
And many more.
The second thing is in homage to my dad, Rabbi Donald Gluckman, who always likes to pull out last year's etrog. Does anybody know what a year-old etrog looks like? It looks like a shriveled up brown, hard, tiny, teeny, and this is what it looked like when it was fresh. And so this isn't going to be, I brought a brand new teaching about all the parts of the lulav and the etrog, the 4 species that we take together on Sukkot, but I do like to mention that there is a tradition of seeing each part of the lulav as a part of the body, as representing a part of the body, and the etrog is representative of, does anybody know? The heart. And so the teaching is that that's what a heart is supposed to look like. When you keep it fresh and you tend to it, it's beautiful, it's the right shape, it's fragrant, it does all the things it's supposed to do. But if you put your heart away in a drawer and you leave it, it'll dry up and get shriveled. It won't smell anymore. It won't do the things that it is capable of doing. And so our old etrogim always remind us of how important it is to be intentional, to keep our hearts open, to use them. So part of using them on Sukkot is to feel joy. It's a harvest holiday. It's a time to sit back and say, look what we've built. In the ancient times, on Yom Kippur, the high priest would go into the Holy of Holies and proclaim a new name of God. And so there was a tradition or a sense that we have to rebuild the whole world. You know, when that high priest does that, it's like a big reset, which is really great for all of us because, you know, there are things we want to reset each year and do better and do differently. And part of that is building a sukkah, and part of it is also calling in the gratitude for all the things that we traversed through, that we can say, wow, this is the harvest of those efforts from before, and we shouldn't let go of them too quickly before we acknowledge that we're in a new moment. So I just invite you as you're moving through the service and as we go through our moments of joy and our liturgy, that you think of all the things that are the harvests of your own life. So I need somebody to help. Can somebody go like this and do the slides, Rana?
You've just been voluntold. No rim shot. No rim.
Do it. It's so easy. It's so easy. Thank you, Rana. And it's not too late if you're not here to reserve the sukkah for your pod to have dinner in, or to hang out in, to shake the lulav, and you are invited after services to stay on and come into the sukkah and shake lulav and fulfill the mitzvah. So we are going to begin on the second slide. Our sages have asked, what is a sukkah? Some said it's a remembrance of the tents we lived in during the Exodus from Egypt. Others said it's a reminder of the clouds of glory which traveled with us during the Exodus from Egypt. And still others said it's a harvest house, a reminder of the temporary dwellings our agricultural ancestors used to build in their fields during harvest time. And still others said, it is temporary, beautiful, vulnerable, a place for welcoming guests and connecting with people, those who are in our lives and those ancestors whom we remember with love. It is an embodied metaphor for human life together. Like a sukkah, each life is temporary. Each life is beautiful. Each life is vulnerable. Each life is enriched by the presence of our loved ones, both living and imagined. Into every life a little rain must fall, but we have the opportunity to greet even that rain with joy. Serve God with joy, that's what this means. And come before God
Et Hashem
Delight.
besimcha, Ivdu et Hashem besimcha, Bola fana birnana, the fana birnana. Ivdu et Hashem besimcha, Ivdu et Hashem besimcha, Bola fana birnana, the fana birnana. Yalalai, yalalai, yalalai.
You know this part. Lai, 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 yalalai, lai, yalalai, 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 lai, 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 lai.
Idu et Hashem besimcha, Idu et Hashem besimcha, Bola fana birnana, the fana. One more time. Idu et Hashem besimcha, Idu et Hashem besimcha, Bola fana birnana, the fana birnana.
And it's so good to be together. There's just no taking it for granted how nice it feels to be together. So I couldn't resist putting in a Hine Matov. So we're going to Hine Matov it. Ready? With joy.
And with hand claps.
It's like this.
Hine Matov, Umanayim, Shevedachim, Gam Yachad. Hine Matov, Umanayim, Shevedachim, Gam Yachad. How good it is,
How good it is.
how sweet it is,
How sweet it is
to be together on this day. How good it is,
How good it is.
how sweet it is,
How sweet it is.
to be together on this day. Shalom.
God of rain and sun, of earth, air, flowers and plants, God of this year's harvest, your love gives us strength
to build and to plant, to be and to become.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lechad likner, shel Shabbat.
Let's take this new song, Ya'alo Sadai. Let the fields be jubilant and everything in them. Let all the trees of the forest sing for joy.
When we go outside in our sukkahs, we get to actually just be in the fields and be in nature. And so this part of Kabbalat Shabbat, which is there all the time, has special meaning for Sukkot. So this is jazzy, right from Israel.
Ya'alo Sadai, B'chol asher bo Ya'alo Sadai. Ay, 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 Ya'alo Sadai, B'chol asher bo Ya'alo Sadai. Ay, 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 az yiranenu kol atzei, az yiranenu kol atzei, ay, 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 az yiranenu kol atzei, az yiranenu kol atzei, ay, Ya'alo Sadai, b'chol asher bo Ya'alo Sadai, ay, 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 Ya'alo Sadai, b'chol asher bo Ya'alo Sadai, ay, 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 ay. Yay, la, 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 la. Yay, la, 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 la. Yay, la, 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 yay, la, 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 la. Yay, la, 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 la. Yay, la, 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 yay, la, 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 la. Yay, la, 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 la. Baruch hu et Adonai, roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Boreyom balayla golel or mipnei choshech golel or mipnei choshech v'choshech mipnei or. Roll into dark, roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha Avta, Amcha Avta. Torah u'mitzvot, Chukim u'mishpatim, Otanu lemadeta, Otanu lemadeta. Akein Adonai Eloheinu b'shachbenu u'kumeinu nasiach b'chukecha v'nizmach b'divrei Toratecha u'v'mitzvotecha ve'olam va'ed ki hem chayenu ve'orech yameinu u'bahem nege yomam v'layla, nege yomam v'layla. Ve'ahavatcha al tasir minenu le'olamim. Baruch atah Adonai ohev amo Yisrael, ohev amo Yisrael. This is the prayer of our fathers and mothers. This is the prayer of our sisters and brothers. This is the prayer supporting all others we say. Let's say it again. This is the prayer of our fathers and mothers. This is the prayer of our sisters and brothers. This is the prayer supporting all others we say. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Everything is God, everything is one. Amram Shem Kevod, Malchuto, Elam Laed.
Sing it out with joy. Through your masks, come on.
This is the prayer of our fathers and mothers. This is the prayer of our sisters and brothers. Adonai Elohecha, bechol levavcha, bechol nafshecha,
ובכל
meodecha,
והיו
הדברים האלה, אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
Please join me responsively. You shall dwell in booths for 7 days, the Torah enjoins us, so that you will know with every fiber of your being that your ancestors dwelt in booths during their sojourn in the wilderness when they were leaving Egypt together. This is a commandment we fulfill, not with a gesture or word, but with our entire body. We sit in the sukkah with our entire body. Only our entire body is capable of knowing what it felt like to leave the burden of Egyptian oppression behind, to let go of it. Egypt in Hebrew is Mitzrayim. The root of this word is tsar, a narrowness. Egypt was the narrow place. Only the entire body can know what it felt like to be pushed from a place of dire constriction into a wilderness, a spacious, open world. Only the body can know what it felt like to be born. Only the body can know the fullness of joy, and this is a commandment that can only be fulfilled with joy. All the holidays are to be observed with joy, but there is special joy, an extra measure of joy connected with Sukkot. Joy is a deep release of the soul. Joy is any feeling fully felt, any experience we give our whole being to, any moment in our life fully inhabited, any feeling fully felt, any immersion in the full depth of life can be the source of deep joy. And I imagine that that is what the Israelites felt when they sang this song. Billy likes to say it's the OMG song.
מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש. נורא תהילות אוסף אלה, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש. מלכותך ראו בניך, בוקע הים לפני משה ומרים, זה אלי ענו ואמרו, זה אלי ענו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. אדוני
Hashkivenu, there's a reference to a sukkah of shalom, a sukkah of peace. And in this setting of Hashkivenu, the authors, one of whom was Chaim Stern, let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. So there's the sukkah, the physical sukkah, and there's the sukkah that we create with our love and support and friendship and peace that we spread in the world.
Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storm. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Hashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu. Hashkivenu, Leshalom. Ve'ha'amidenu, Shomreinu lechayim. Ufros aleinu, Sukkot shlomecha. Hashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu. Hashkivenu, Leshalom. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms.
Being that the theme is joy, Sukkot is known as Zman Simchatenu. So instead of Vishamru, to sanctify Shabbat, we're singing Yismachu, joy.
Yismechu b'malechutecha, shomrei, 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 Shabbat v'korei, oneg Shabbat. Yismechu b'malechutecha, shomrei, 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 Shabbat v'korei, oneg Shabbat. Mekadeshei, Mekadeshei Shvi Shabbat. Ulam yisbehu, ve'itanu metuvecha Shabbat. Yismechu b'malechutecha, shomrei, 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 Shabbat v'korei, oneg Shabbat. Yismechu b'malechutecha, shomrei, 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 Shabbat v'korei, oneg Shabbat. V'hashvi'i ratzita bo v'kitash Shabbat. Chemdan yamim, oto karata Shabbat. Yismechu b'malechutecha, shomrei, 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 Shabbat v'korei, oneg Shabbat. Yismechu b'malechutecha, shomrei, 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 Shabbat v'korei, oneg Shabbat. Zecher למעשה בראשית שבת. זכר למעשה בראשית שבת. ישמחו במלאכותך שומרי שבת וקורא עונג שבת. ישמחו כמעט וקורא עונג שבת. שפתי תפתח, na ופי יגיד תהילתך, na אדוני, שפתי תפתח, na ופי יגיד תהילתך. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו ואמותינו, אלוהי אברהם, אלוהי יצחק ואלוהי יעקב, אלוהי שרה, אלוהי רבקה, אלוהי רחל ואלוהי לאה, האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון, גומל חסדים טובים וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניכם, למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן. ברוך אתה אדוני מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה, אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי מתים אתה רב להושיע, מוריד אתה, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי מתים ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים והופך עולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות מתים. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי המתים. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלע. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
I invite you to continue silently. You can use the meditation on the screen as your it's time we think of all of those people in our lives who are broken in mind, body, or spirit, and we offer them our love, the sukkah of our peace, whatever we can share with them to ease their suffering, to offer them the possibility of renewal.
Misheberach avotenu mikor habracha limotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen.
From our congregational families, we pray for Chris Argall, Matt Bennett, Betty Cohen, Gary Collier, Amy Cooper, Shar DeGrave, Liz Daniel, Elizabeth Draper, Harvey and Susan Filer, Andrew Fisher, Dean Gavney, Jacob and Roger Gluckman, Stuart Goodman, Ramesh Gupta, Bert Horowitz, Laurel and Wally Jonas, Dick Kelvin, Jean Nofel, Chris Kuntz, Allison Miller, Jim Rudisil, Deborah Sanders, Julie Sherman, Shoshana Slatke, Matthew Treehub, Donna Wade, Bob Ward, Janet Weil, and Chuck Zellerbach. We also remember all of those who are named in the chat by the people who are joining us from home, and if there are names that you would like to add.
Misheberach imotenu mikor habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
May the one who makes peace reign in the heavens bring peace upon us, upon all Israel, upon all that lives.
Oh, say shalom bimroma, uyaseh shalom aleinu. Oh, say shalom bimroma, uyaseh shalom aleinu. Oh, say shalom bimroma, uyaseh shalom aleinu. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael.
Every year we take hold of these 4 special species and wave them in all the directions. They are fragrant and they remind us of our agricultural roots. A midrash also suggested, as I mentioned at the beginning, that each of these species represents a part of the body. And this year, let us remind ourselves of the importance and the joy that comes from using all the parts of our bodies in service to humankind. So one by one, according to the rabbis, the hadass, which is this one, the myrtle branch, represents the human eye together. As we wave it in front of us, let us break down any barriers we have erected so that we may truly begin to see and recognize the suffering of others. The arava, this leafy branch of a willow tree, represents the human mouth. As we wave it at our sides, let us raise our voices loud and strong so that we might speak out against injustice and inequality of all kinds. And the lulav, the palm frond of a date palm, represents the human spine. As we wave it high, let us draw on our strength and our resilience and stand tall together against oppression. And the etrog, the fruit of a citron tree, represents the human heart. As we wave it low, let us reach into the wellspring of our compassion so that we may open our hearts to all the inhabitants of the world. So I'm going to tell you, because you're invited to come into the sukkah after services and do this yourself. You take it in your dominant hand. I'm a lefty, so I'm going to take it in my dominant hand. I'm going to press them all together with this part up and say the blessing, which starts like all other commandment blessings, just like the candle blessing if you need one for reference, but ends with Al Netilat Lulav. And because this is our first time saying it all together as a community, we'll also say the Shechianu. But before I wave it in all the directions, this one being east, so it's first, I turn it upward so that this special part where the bloom was on here goes upwards, and then I shake it in all the 6 directions, 4, up, and down. And then I do like to say that there's another direction, which is inward. And so I invite you to just sort of take a moment after you shake it to take it all in. So there's just that other dimension, not only what's on the outside of us, but also the inner space on the inside. So please join me in the blessing, and you can also say it again if you come into the sukkah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al netilat lulav. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechayanu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Turning it over, and I'm shaking it. And you know which way is east when you're at temple all the time, because you know where the ark is over there. And we always face east over there. So I've shaken the lulav, and now it's your turn after services. And don't forget to smell it. Please rise. For Aleinu, we're almost at the end, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני
remember all our loved ones who are no longer with us in body, but very much present in our memory, and praise God for the gifts of life and memory, especially remembering Ann Miller Ammons, sister of Frank Miller of blessed memory and sister-in-law of Judy Miller, who died in recent days. We also acknowledge the yahrzeits of Marcia Alexander, Joseph Epperson, Ruth Fishman, Betty Helbine, Julian Hiller, Pauline Kaplan, Mickey Kaplan, Louis Kay, Enrique Kempenich, Mona Light, Gustavo Rabin, Marvin Ratner, Sylvia Roberts, Milton Sirkin, Mildred Scott Summers, Samuel Staff, Donald Weissman, and David Elam White. We also think of all of those who are mentioned in the live stream chat, and if there are additional names to add, Jill. If you're here, Adele. Is that Samantha? But I didn't hear the name. If you're here in mourning, I might invite you to rise so that we can acknowledge your grief. And I invite the congregation to stand beside you as we join together in the mourner's Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, ve'alma divrach chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, v'agala v'zman karib v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam v'lomei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yithalal shemei d'kudusha b'richu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiram be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min Shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'imramav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, v'imru amen.
Ve'imru, 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 amen. Ve'imru, 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 amen.
Shabbat Shalom. Ooh, that's so much taller than I am. I'm Buffy Skolnick, representing our Board of Trustees tonight, and I am so filled up by standing in the sukkah and looking at y'all, and there are so many of you I have not seen. I mean, it's going to bring me to tears in a year and a half, and it is incredible to see your faces. It is really nice how many of you showed up to be here tonight. It's been really fulfilling to see everyone through the holidays and to have you back filling this space. And it's a beautiful kickoff to being able to open religious school on Sunday. It's really nice to see so many of these young faces who haven't been in our building in a really long time. So I'm glad you're here. Monday night, another great chance to be in our building is Simchat Torah. It will only be in person. We are not live streaming because of the nature of unfurling the Torah and being through the whole sanctuary, but we invite everyone to please come. Children are welcome, families are welcome, individuals are welcome. Bring your vaccine card, wear your masks, We're going to unroll the Torah and do the whole thing and sing and have music, and we're all really looking forward to it. It should be a special night. That is Monday at 6:30 in the sanctuary. Jessica and Jonah Warsh will be reading from the beginning and the end of Torah. Julian, I said that earlier today. I knew it. I'm so sorry, Julian. And the Torah study group that Rabbi works with on Mondays is going to be called Friend Aliot, correct? And new members. So if you're a new member, please come. If you haven't returned your manna contribution, there's still time. The amazing news that we have to tell you as of today is that this congregation has raised $18,000 for Western North Carolina insecure food needs for manna, and we feel incredibly proud, and all the work that Elaine Stein has done to bring this together. Thank you, Elaine. It's tremendous. And she is going to be delivering this check on behalf of our community to Manna. The work that this is going to do for Western North Carolina is unbelievable. Another chance for tzedakah is we're still doing our children book drive. Those books can be dropped off here at the temple through October. Jenny Mercer is the person in handling this effort if you need to get in touch with her. October will begin our Om Shalom series for the month of Cheshvan. For 4 weeks, we will do a series with Rabbi and Luna Ray of meditation, yoga, and song. It'll be Mondays nights from 5:30 to 7. Registration will be in your email on Tuesday, so if that's of interest to you, please sign up. Another thing that's coming down the pike in October, Jenny Mercer is starting adult Hebrew. Y'all, we are coming back in this building. We are not even kidding anymore. Come. Jenny's Hebrew class, which we ended literally in the middle of COVID, we never got to finish. Adult Hebrew, you don't need to have any Hebrew experience. If you've always wanted to learn, this is the class for you. It will be 10 weeks on Thursday evenings from 6 to 7. Again, registration will be in your Tuesday email. Oh, Kavanagh, Thursday night, this Thursday night, the 30th. Kavanagh's back in the building. So if you want to come and do meditation with Rabbi, 7 o'clock, come to the front door, bring your mask, bring your vaccination card. Come. Shabbat shalom, y'all.
I'll just echo that there's just a great harvest right here with you people, with 3 generations of the Zollers. All right. With all our contingent from Miami. We've got Jessa, who's I love you, Jessa. I just love you. And Samantha back from college, and we've got the grandchild of Fred and Beth here because they're waiting for another grandchild. I mean, this is good stuff. We got Z Kellum, who's sitting all by himself like a big boy. Isn't that awesome? He is so awesome. Who else can I shout out to? You guys are all great. Welcome from San Francisco. Usually we pass around a microphone and welcome people, but thank you for letting us know. Do we have any other guests? Welcome, you who moved here from New Jersey. Do you have a name? Aaron? Karen, welcome. I hope that Asheville is an improvement on New Jersey. There was no judgment in that, I think. Maybe I should examine myself. Yeah, you guys are awesome. Thank you for just being you and just keeping coming and knowing in your hearts just the amazing possibility of what it is that we can do together as a community. So this is actually a liturgical song, even though it was done by, the Birds? So many people have done turn, 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 but this is Bible. This is what I wrote my rabbinic thesis on. And I love the book of Ecclesiastes. You should go home and read it. It is the reading, the lectionary reading, and for lack of a better term, for Sukkot. And it reminds us of the fragility. You know, when we go into a sukkah, it's very fragile. There's a solidity to nature, and there's also a fragility to all life. And I think what the book of Ecclesiastes reminds us is not only that there's a time for every season, but to enjoy every blessing you have right when you have it. It turns, and all the seasons turn. And for each season, there is actually a blessing to find. There is a blessing to find. So please join us. Let's stand.
To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time to every purpose under heaven. A time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, a time to reap, a time to kill, a time to heal, a time to laugh, a time to weep. To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time to every purpose under heaven. A time to gain, a time to lose, a time to rent, a time to sow, a time to love, a time to hate, a time for peace. I swear it's not too late. To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time to every purpose under heaven.
Shabbat Shalom and Moedim L'Simcha. Just one little addendum to the shaking the lulav instructions. You're all invited to do it, but please be super careful with the etrog, because if that little piece of the bud falls off, it's no longer kosher. So super gentle while we're shaking. Shake it with vigor, but don't break off the pitom. Okay? Shabbat Shalom. Come on into the sukkah.